Imagine inheriting a house, but not actually being allowed to move into it. Or imagine living in a property for the rest of your life, even though you don't legally own it anymore. Sounds confusing. Welcome to the world of Usufruct property. Hello, I'm Howard Shanker, Agent 7200, and today we're unpacking one of the stranger but surprisingly common property concepts in South Africa, the usufruct. Now, before your brain switches off before this sounds like something out of Roman law, that's because it actually is. But if you deal with property inheritance, estate planning, second marriages, or retirement planning, this is something you absolutely should understand. A usufruct is a legal right that allows someone to use and benefit from a property even though somebody else owns it. So the ownership and the right to use the property become two separate things. Here's the classic South African example. A husband passes away and leaves the house to his children, but gives his wife a usufruct over the property. That means the children legally own the house, but the wife has the legal right to live there for the rest of her life. The children can't simply arrive one day and say, "Mom, we've decided to sell." Usufructs are extremely popular in estate planning in South Africa because they help solve a very human problem. People want to protect a surviving spouse or partner, while still ensuring the property eventually goes to the children. It's also common in second marriages, blended families, farms, business assets, and retirement planning. The usufructuary, the person holding the usufruct, can normally live in the property, rent it out, and enjoy the income or benefits from it. But they do not own the property, so they generally can't sell it, and they can't fundamentally destroy or abuse it either. Now, this is where things get slightly more technical. There are actually different types of usufructs. The perfect usufruct. Now, a perfect usufruct means the person can use the property but not substantially change it. For example, living in a home exactly as it is. An imperfect usufruct. An imperfect usufruct allows a little bit more flexibility. This often happens with farms, agricultural land, businesses, or productive assets, where improvements may be necessary. Here's where things sometimes become complicated. If a property has a registered usufruct over it, selling it can become more difficult. Because buyers don't necessarily want to buy a property where somebody else has lifetime rights. This isn't just a handshake agreement either. A usufruct is usually registered in the deeds office and endorsed against the title deed. In most cases, a usufruct automatically falls away when the usufructuary dies. At that point, the bare owner receives full ownership and control. Here are a few real-world situations where usufructs commonly appear in South Africa. Scenario 1. The surviving spouse. Children inherit ownership, but the parent keeps lifetime occupation. Number 2 is a second marriage. A husband wants to protect his current wife while ensuring the property eventually goes to the children from a previous marriage. Scenario 3 is a farm or agricultural land, where the farmer transfers ownership to the next generation but retains the usage rights. And in Scenario 4, estate duty planning. In some cases, usufruct structures are also used as part of tax and estate planning strategies. Now, although usufructs can be incredibly useful, they can also create family conflict if they are not structured properly. Because remember, you're separating ownership from control and occupation. And if expectations aren't crystal clear, things can get a little bit messy. So in simple terms, A usufruct means one person owns the property while another person has the legal right to use and benefit from it. And in South Africa, it's one of the most common tools used in estate planning and inheritance structures. If you've ever come across a property listing mentioning usufruct, life rights, or bare dominium, now you know what's actually going on. And if you'd like more South African property explanations without the legal headache, subscribe to my channel. I'm Howard Schenker, Agent 7200 here in Hermanus, and I'll see you in the next video.